I'm Dolo, and I'm good with that.
Don't fuck with me. I'm
backed by God, so I don't even know how to have the fear you need me to have.
Boy, if you weak ass niggas even thought of doing something to me, I light y'all bitch ass up.
I don't fuck with nobody. So when you fuck with me, I'm fuck with you.
You want to be somewhere where people are all trying to grow. And if you going behind, guess what they gonna do? Tell you, hey bro, either get right or get the hell on. You see what I'm saying? But them the type of people you need to be around because that holds you to a standard.
If you can't receive someone telling you something, and even if you don't like who's saying it, if you're focused on what they're who's saying it, then what they're saying, you're not emotionally intelligent.
That's a fact.
You're emotional.
God put me through a lot of trials and tribulations so that I wouldn't get complacent, so that I could remember who the fuck I am.
Obsessed with finding myself now and not having to prove anything to anybody other than myself.
I believe in wins and lessons. Ain't no such thing as a loss. Everything is a lesson.
You can't let nothing break you. I don't care what the situation is, my nigga. Don't let that shit break you, because it's always a way.
Stay you. Be you, be different. Don't try to follow no ways. What work for somebody else ain't gonna work for you.
Oh, I'm trying to better myself. I'm scrubbing to better myself. Or I'm just trying to be a better person. Yeah.
Giving your best is enough. And sometimes we lose track of that. So for anybody out there, you know, you're enough.
If one door closed, another one gonna open.
I'm someone you really shouldn't put your hands on. So just make sure that this what you want, because I'm not gonna stop, and I'm very resourceful.
See, I'm not one of them niggas that know a lot about a little. I know a little about a lot, bitch. I might not be the brightest candle on the cake, but bitch, I'm lit.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna be.
Bitch on the ride of my back like a Mustang. T.LR. I got a watch on my wrist, is a bust down. See ya. I'm tryna hop on a flight out of town. See ya. But I see my baby to bring it right round. See ya.
Yo, what it do? What it do? How's everybody in the building? Shoes, I see you. I see your shoes. Get it? Yeah, man. Hey, since that was his last video, and I was in there, you know what I'm saying? Might as well play it, right?
At a top robotics company in Japan this week, 4 robots being developed for military applications killed 29 humans in the lab. And they did it by shooting what he called metal bullets. The scariest part is that lab workers deactivated 2 of the robots, took apart the 3rd. But the 4th robot began restoring itself and somehow connected to an orbiting satellite to download information about how to rebuild itself even more strongly than before. And this next sentence, this is a quote. I'm writing this down. I've been doing this for...
See now? Japan was doing that shit. But they had uploaded AI. Or UAI. Which is basically, well, it'll be UHI, if anything, will be uploaded human intelligence. Meaning, like, say like this, somebody was on their deathbed and they want to, I don't know, somehow keep that person around. They just upload them to a hard drive. And damn, you know what I'm saying? Weird shit, but shit, they made it on Netflix. They made a Netflix show about it. That's all you gotta know. They made a show about it on Netflix. That's Black Mirror. Good. You feel me? Let's get it.
What's that? Oh, somebody in South Lake Tahoe was just diagnosed with the bubonic plague? Tell me more. Yeah, somebody in South Lake Tahoe was just diagnosed with the bubonic plague in 2025, August 20th. Oh, fun. The likelihood is that it was from a flea bite. Now, why do we still have the bubonic plague lingering around in 2025. Let's have that go away now. The person said he was camping and got bit by a flea and later started to develop some pretty extreme symptoms of sweating, diarrhea, and just the feeling of unwellness. Okay then. He is under medical attention and they're watching this very closely. They want to close the area off over there at South Lake Tahoe because they're not sure if this is going to spread and they're pretty worried about this. Okay.
I mean, as one should be.
You accused him of having sex with Bad Baby, who was a minor at the time.
Everybody listen, apart Trippie Redd, there you go telling the truth again, there you go Stitch. All these rappers fuck Bad Baby while she was underage. Come on, next thing. And she knows it, they know it. But you know what? No, we like them. They can fuck kids. They can
All I know is 6ix9ine is known for telling the truth. He got on the stand and told nothing but the truth, right? I'm not saying he's 100% right at all times, but he doesn't care to put people business out there. Before Bad Barbie was 18, she was 16, I think. We seen her in a lot of rappers, like music videos. We seen her on like vlogs, behind the scenes, laid up with him and all that. She was under 18. So all them rappers that was, y'all know the rappers, I ain't gonna say it, but all them rappers that had her in those videos, y'all better start calling your lawyer because, you know, this is how things happen. This is how cases come back on people 10, 15 years later, if it is proof. Then another thing too, y'all remember Bad Barbie when she said when she was about to turn 18, she announced that she was going to make her OnlyFans the day that she turns 18. Well, she did make her OnlyFans the day that she turned 18. And you know how much money she made? She made $1 million on OnlyFans the first day of making the OnlyFans at 18 years old. Y'all just think about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just saying, man. They promote that shit in movies and everything too. Because that's what they want you to do. Just remember, you believe in the world you want to live in. You make your own reality. It ain't nothing to it but put your mind to it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all like my two-man chew? I've been working on this shit, man. That master seafood going on. You know what I'm saying? Working on this shit all day. Got that in the air. Facts. You blow on saw all the time.
Do you guys think St. Cloud has been taken over by Somalis?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like they're going to eventually overpopulate the Americans here?
Yeah. They definitely will.
Their first generation of their kids are going to college, you know, and graduating, learning English. They're staying here. So I researched that a little bit because that's uniquely what brought Islam to St. Cloud, is the Somali refugee situation.
After speaking with the lady from the Presbyterian Church, I headed over to one of the mosques to try and speak with some of the people inside. What's attracting a lot of people to convert to Islam?
I don't really have much knowledge on that, but basically human like life crosses and all that, you know, like what's going on around the world and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really say too much. Didn't really say too much. Boogie in the building, yo. Yeah, man. Crazy. I'm still Buddhist. Go.
That's why I was talking about ley lines, because Atlanta is on the 33rd parallel, which is another word for a ley line. The most powerful ley line on the planet, parallel on the planet, is the 33rd. Atlanta, Georgia is centered right on it. So it's the whole Mississippi River. It's many ley lines. It's the veins of the planet. She's, like I told you, she's alive. So like you got veins in your arteries and veins intersect and cross. It's the same thing the ley lines do. It's disguised and hidden on the map under longitude and latitude. I repeat, it's disguised and hidden on the map, the ones they can perceive as longitude and latitude.
Mm. I mean, it would have to be the grid, wouldn't it? The only thing we live on. So we got 8 likes and watching. Yo, let's get them thumbs up, people. Don't forget, if you watching on another device, don't forget to like twice. Appreciate you. Let's get
This just happened at the White House and people are freaking out about it. A tornado of bees, hundreds of bees around the White House. But it gets more eerie because people are saying that this could be prophetically symbolic, that something is about to happen. I don't know if that's true, but I do know this. We are so close to the return of Jesus Christ, it's not even funny. I heard a great evangelist who teaches on Bible prophecy say, I believe that we're so close to the return of Jesus, I don't even buy green bananas anymore. The Bible says when the Son of Man returns, it will be like it was in Noah's day. Noah and his family entered the ark, the door shut, and it was too late for everyone else. I'm going to tell you something, that trumpet is going to sound, and if you're not living for Jesus at that time, it will be too late for you. Now is the day to be saved. Today is the day of salvation. Get right with Christ before it's too late.
Mm. Hey, y'all, don't forget, man, Jesus is Julius Caesar, Goalie. You know what I'm saying? That's part of Roman. We know his name is Emmanuel Christ, so we'll just go by that now. I mean,
The saga of Chud the Builder in a nutshell.
yo, Solus in the building. What up? What up? Yeah, man. Yeah, Chud's cooked. Put a fork in him. He's done. All them boys in prison about to have some Diddy fun. You gotta remember that dude's into that shit. I remember. Crazy. Crazy.
Major update on the racist streamer Chud the Builder. New evidence shows that he cannot claim self-defense. Yeah, he's cooked. Oh, and the prosecutors are trying to get his GoFundMe suspended. You see, Chud the Builder lied. He been took out his firearm while he was calling the man slurs. Then that's when footage shows him and the man tussling. So not only you admitted online that you were looking for black people to antagonize so you could use your firearm, but they caught you in 4K gripping your firearm, walking up to the man, calling him slurs. So you been was ready to pop him. And now all that money he raised online, the DA's office is trying to get that frozen or canceled, which they have the power to do, by the way. So I really wonder, is Chud in general population asking people if they gonna chimp out? Like, I really wonder, like I wonder how much fun he's having in general population right now. All of y'all that kept screaming, oh, self-defense, yeah, it's not looking like that anymore. Know about the veteran's criminal past, like Chud doesn't have one too. Problem is, Chud ran up on him solely for the color of his skin, which he admits.
He's I waited for that sleep aid dude on Cialis and shit. Hell yeah. Shit. Yeah, Chud's good. Don't chip out, Chud. A lot of bananas in that prison cell, you know what I'm saying? You gotta eat a couple of them, man. Don't forget to stick one in your bum. But hey, let's keep it moving, y'all. Don't forget this is all for entertainment purpose and fun. You know what I mean? Yo, Jan in the building. What up? What up?
Then they said they killed me because they didn't
recognize me. And I suffered the same fate John the Baptist did, because they didn't know he was Elijah under there. They didn't understand that we incarnate over and over. Still don't.
Amen. They don't understand. They don't understand. They'll comprehend though. They'll comprehend though.
If you call the Messiah of the Holy Scriptures Jesus, then that's the mark of the beast. That means Rome called Christ Jesus. But they didn't even call Christ Jesus. They called Caesar Borgia Jesus. That's the
See what I'm talking about now? Christ is King, yes. But only Emmanuel Christ. Not this Caesar Borgia Jesus. Only he's us.
It's 144,000 beings, particular, who will sit at the world table with me, King Solomon, Christ, the only begotten. 2,000 kings at each seat of the 72 seats to rule over the earth. The personal possessions of mine, Christ. So if you say I'm not your ruler or your savior,
Little simplification. Y'all just wrap it in.
see, religion is what you are told about God. And spirituality is what you experience of God yourself. No one had to tell you the dream, deja vu. You ain't had to eat nothing special. None of that. You understand?
Oh yeah. No.
Nicki Minaj, what's going on? I'm gonna be honest. You guys really gotta cut Nicki some slack. Y'all seem to forget that Nicki is a citizen of Trinidad. And why would Nicki go on Turning Point and do what she did? There could be no logical reason why Nicki did what she did. Not at all. Especially with everything going on around the United States right now. And we all know that Trump is getting rid of a lot of people. So ask yourself just one major question. Why would Nicki Minaj do what she did on Turning Point, USA? Nicki Minaj, what's going on? I'm gonna be honest. You guys really gotta cut Nicki some slack. Y'all seem to forget that Nicki.
Yeah, she went out her way to say what she said. I don't know if she got a green card yet though. Yet to be determined.
So apparently this zoo in Japan started cutting costs, but the penguins refused to eat the cheaper fish until the zoo realized we depend on these penguins. We need them more than we need this chunk of money. In other words, a bunch of jailed flightless birds organized a more effective strike than we have in recent memory. But animals don't possess our intellect. Yes, which is why they are more tapped into the fundamentals of governance. They look at their zookeepers and see nothing special. They see animals like themselves. They don't see anyone of any higher value or power than themselves. So why would they settle for mid-ass fish from these mid-ass animals? Sure, the zookeepers could let them starve, but then they wouldn't be zookeepers, because you can't run a zoo with a bunch of deceased animals. Our human intellect is a blessing and a curse that causes us to overthink and over-prescribe meaning to the wrong things. We look at our zookeepers and feel intrinsically subjugated by their titles, positions, and badges, when in raw animal reality, these are nothing but constructs that are entirely fabricated and agreed upon. And so as long as they're feeding us boof fish in boof habitats while spending billions on war and deception, do we really have to eat it?
careful what you consume of. The important part. You gotta get to those parts of the book. You know what I'm saying? Some of the good parts. I mean, that's what you want to put in your energy.
Yo, wake the fuck up, family. Nigga, you sitting there waiting for Jesus to drop out the motherfucking sky like some fairy tale bullshit? Nah, nigga. That's slave mind programming keeping us divided and weak. The real return of Jesus is the motherfucking Christ consciousness rising up in your motherfucking brain. Neuroscience straight up proves it. Your mind ain't just a meat computer, nigga. It's a divine receiver, rewiring neural pathways for love over hate, unity over that ego illusion crap. Add a D to evil, it's devil. Ego, evil. Add a D to evil, it's devil. Yeah, nigga. Illusion crap. Christ consciousness, it ain't no weak-ass belief system. It's restoring your brain to its natural state. Firing gamma waves that sync us all as one awareness. These black bodies, five senses projecting the 5 elements. And we are black bodies fighting the system. We are one soul expressed in many forms. Feel me? Christians expect clouds partnering. But the truth is awakening to divine reality. Psychology shows when you shift from division to love, your brain lights up. Collective consciousness operates like a revolutionary force, bringing peace and heaven right here on this fucked up ass earth. Stop worshipping statues, nigga. Embody the teachings. Apply the shit to your mind and heart. Attain pure consciousness like the matter demonstrated. This the black revolution. Black and brown power, baby. Rewire, rise, unite. Fuck the oppressors. Awaken now. Peace to the gods. Remember, Christ consciousness derives from the Hebrew word Christos, which derives from the Kemetic word Christ, which means the anointed one. High level of spirituality, which we are all connected to the high level of spirituality to the Most High, the connected God collective consciousness frequency. But the Antichrist is the Christ outside of you. Antichrist, that has the word Christ in it. The morning star. Lucifer's the morning star, the bright morning star. Same nickname, same motherfucker. Zeus, Jesus, Yakub, Jacob. So remember, he is the false light trying to deceive you with low awareness. When you are the high awareness, you are the high level spirituality, you are the Christ consciousness interconnected with everyone. But with that being said, peace to the gods, war on the devils. I will send you new frequency. Peace and Ashe, one motherfucking love.
Later, Angela. Little nigga had some words to say, didn't he? Yeah, don't forget that shit. Our land, we was. Year before them, they want to be us. They hate us because they hate us. You know what I'm saying? They need to calm down because I don't know if I want to slap them or dap them. I know, right, dude? He was talking at us, but making sense with it. You know what I'm saying? Which was kind of like, how does he know? But hey, he moved.
You wake up in the morning, claim your day, claim your wellness, claim success for that day, claim it. And that revs up your system. It gives you more strength to go over these little bumps in the road of life.
Claim what's yours, y'all. Hey, carpe diem. I mean, that's the seizure way, but you know what it is.
I told you before, if you're on the West Coast, move immediately. It's not if she's going to move. She's going to move. And I promise you, when she do, from Galveston, Texas, all the way up to Alaska, it's gone. All right? Wherever she finally decides to go, it's gone. And the only thing stopping her from moving right now is Alaska. Alaska is still frozen. These are reptiles, huge reptiles. She is 9,000 miles long, okay? And the width of California to Colorado, Yellowstone. Her body lines up right beside Yellowstone. Come from Galveston, Texas, and work your way up through Yellowstone, all right? All the way up through Washington State, Canada, and Alaska. All right. Canada and Alaska is the only thing keeping her still right now. Once Alaska
Mm. Once Alaska go down, know what it is. 'Cause that's where it's going to shoot out Godzilla. To leave Texas alone, Levy. You got enough going on. Shit, man. But I hope that motherfucker don't move towards us. I hope it goes towards Brazil, motherfucker. Man,
See, my life got better when I realized I didn't have to be nice no more. Because being nice got me ran over. Being nice stressed me out. Being nice got me disrespected. But now I'm just a good person. There's a difference. Now don't let that go over your head. Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all know that citric acid is derived from black mold? I bet a lot of y'all didn't know that. Citric acid is what's in most of our food. If you read the back of your ingredients and it say citric acid on it, 9 times out of 10, it's not lemon juice or lime juice like you probably think it is or like they told you it was. Because black mold is one of the cheapest and easiest things to get citric acid from. That's exactly what a lot of companies be using. And do y'all understand what black mold does to the body? Y'all understand that? And that's why I be emphasizing on my page as much as possible. The more you know, the more you understand you didn't know anything before.
Hmm. Hmm. That's nasty. That's plain old nasty. Shit they put in us, man, and we don't even know. We don't even pass. We don't even follow these concepts because we think it's good for us and we think they're working with us. But no, man. Get man, we in the devil's playground.
You can ask the flowers. I sit for hours, telling all the bluebirds, the bill and coo birds, pretty little baby. I'm so in love with you. You can ask the flowers.
It all began in the days of the Great Rebellion, when the angels of heaven sought after the eternal throne. They rose in defiance but were defeated and cast out. They fell unto the earth, these angels, cast out by God or tasked with watching the sons of men. Not truly known. While some claim it as legend, others say it is true, a story passed down for generations. Born unto men were fair and beautiful daughters, bearing the image of God. Some angels saw them and found themselves filled with craven desire. And the leader, Shamyazar, said unto the others, let us choose wives from the daughters of men, and let us beget for ourselves children. And so it was. And from that union sprang forth something other than sons of men, giants, born from a forbidden union, men of renowned and great ability. They walk the earth as gods among us. But God punished the angels for their sin and banished them into eternal darkness, never to walk the earth again. All that was left was the sire of their rebellion, feared and hunted by men. They are you, my children. You are the last of the Nephilim.
Oh, that was a King J production. That's what that means. It's not a movie or a show. It was just a feature, really. Yeah, King be doing a lot of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Over there on TikTok trying to make that move out. Damn it, that looked awesome. I know, right, dude? I'm telling you, dude. This dude keeps fucking with the AI and shit. He's gonna fuck some shit up. You know what I mean? Working with.
If you are taking seats from black people, which we are entitled to by the Constitution of this country, then you are a thief, in my opinion. And I'm entitled to that opinion.
I will not be
and
called
any
a thief.
senator, if you're offended by it, that's on you, not me.
Right.
Now, if that triggered you, Senator, then you should go to bed tonight, and when you go to bed tonight, talk to your God and ask your God to change your heart, because that's conviction right there. Conviction. That's what it was. It did something in your soul. It made you feel something. And that's what happened when black men show up. When black men with courage, conviction, and righteousness show up, it triggers something in you. And you feel a way about it. So you try to limit us, you try to steal from us, and you think that we don't understand it. Every one of the black men we put up before you stand head and shoulders above every one of you on this committee. And you know it. And it does something in you that makes you feel inferior. So then you come with these white supremacist tactics because you have the numbers, but you don't have the courage. Because if you were really visionary leaders, you'd run against these black men with fair maps, and you get your whooped. I am not surprised by the things that we see happening in our country today, because this is as true to America as it has always been. I was born in 1985. I'm 40 years old. A lot of times when we talk about this history, we like to go back to the 1960s, the 1800s. But when I was born in 1985, there were no black members of Congress from Louisiana. I was 6 years old when Bill Jeffers was sworn into office. I was 7 years old when Cleo Fields was sworn into office. I was 9 years old when they took him out of office. I'm 40 today, and you're still taking things from black people. Anybody who has to cheat to win is a sucker. I'm gonna say it again. Anybody who got to cheat to win is a sucker. And you continue to do this because you don't have a better vision. You don't have a better plan. You are your ancestors' children and grandchildren. Thieves, robbers, liars, consistently. Because you'll go to church on Sunday, tell the Lord you love him, pray, but you ain't praying out of the same Bible I'm praying out of. Can't be. Isaiah 1:17.
Are you directing this to us?
I am.
Okay. I'm asking that you don't directly. No. I'm asking that we don't be called names. I'm asking.
I didn't call you a name. What did I call you?
Liars.
Do you lie? All men lie. The Bible says that.
Mr. Chairman.
Senator Carter, briefly.
Mr. Chairman, this is public comment.
The First Amendment allows freedom of speech and expression 100% without limitation. Mr. Chambers, put on the record your full comments, and if you see thievery, I want you to call it out. If you see something else, I want you to call it out. That's your First Amendment protection is going to be protected in this building.
I'm not going to be called names. I'm not going to be called names. All right. And what we will do is stay on the four corners of these bills, the maps.
Louisiana is 33% black. 33% black. We deserve, we have earned, we are due 2 congressional seats. Now, if you take them from us, just know there will be a day in this state when we organize, strategize, and mobilize to take something from you.
It's coming.
And when you lose your House seat because you decided to be Jeff's boy,
come on.
When you lose your Senate seat because you decided to be Trump's minion, remember today. Remember the people that came from your state, that you looked in their faces, that you act like what they said didn't matter to you. Because something somebody said thousands of miles away, who don't really care about any of you on this committee, to be honest. Nobody in that conservative party in D.C. cares about any of you on this city committee other than the fact that you have the ability to take something away from black people. And if you were anything like what America should be, you'd find some courage. I don't know where y'all get it from, but you'd find some courage. You could talk to some of your black colleagues. They could tell you where the well is. But if you find that courage, history will record you differently. Now, you may not care what history records you as. Bull Connor didn't when he was running either. Neither did George Wallace when he was the governor of Alabama. But 60 years later, nobody thinks George Wallace was a good white man. And nobody will think that you were good white men. They will think that you all were puppets who played a role for a president and got nothing out of it but thievery.
Thank you for your testimony.
I don't know if those guys didn't understand that all they had to do was switch over to a Republican, they probably would have kept their seats. You know what I mean? But since they wanted to be demons and pander to the racist vote, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know. They didn't know. Jim Crow, I suppose. You know? But shit, it's not that hard to see. If you following along in the Democrat Party already still in this day and age, man, you probably don't know what plantation you on. I'm free though. I don't have no plantation. Of course, I know my vote don't count. Electoral, that's who's count. If I get in there, man, I can get it. I don't think they'll let me in there. I won't bit. Keep moving.
That's you. Y-O-U, your own universe. Y-O-U, your own universe. The head, Aries, bent over backwards, touching the feet, Pisces, is 360 degrees. What will make the difference? Your desire to become God will make the difference. Your desire to become God will make the difference. Your desire to get a job got you a job. Your desire to get them Nikes got you them Nikes. The same juice, the same substance that gets you on the ground will get you in the heavens. Okay? Most Bible readers read the verse, man, know yourself and to your own self be true. Know you the truth, and the truth will set you free. Know you the truth, and the truth will set you free.
You are your own universe. Even the world you want to create, you should be in. It's like we did choose to come down. You know what I'm saying? We might not like chose positions and shit that we put ourselves in, but destiny guided us to the part in life that we got the understanding that we have today. That's what you want to have. Understand?
From having multiple wives and giving kids ayahuasca,
No.
walking barefoot everywhere and bamboo houses, even betting on chicken fights, and much more. You're about to learn the crazy way of life in the Amazon. Let's get into it.
Things that would shock Americans about living in the Amazon jungle. The backyard in the Amazon is your pharmacy. Let me show you.
Esto se llama pilche. Es bueno cuando una persona toma veneno, se le abre y se le da rayando. También es bueno cuando tienen cólicos fuertes.
¿Qué es cólicos fuertes?
Cuando una mujer está al mes. Sí, y le hacen como tipo...
¿Abres este y tomas qué es adentro?
Sí, se le raya para darle a alguien cuando toma este veneno. Ven, quiero mostrarte más sobre las medicinas de mi cultura Shuar.
I guess let's go follow her and see what she wants to show me. ¿Hay medicinas para mi diarrea?
Sí.
Got a duck under this tree here. Little rooster in the background. So before leaving the Amazon, I ate something bad and I got worms. I got a ton of tapeworms and bacteria. And I remember this is probably TMI, but I got so sick, dude. I was pooping out worms for like 2 days, right? Then you take the medicine and you poop more out. I mean, it was disgusting. So let's ask her if I wasn't out of city to go get that medicine because I left and came back, then what would I get here? ¿Hay medicina para parasitos y para gusanos en tu estómago?
Sí, sí.
¿Dónde hay? This is where she took me. I mean, if you guys can guess what this is, a papaya tree? You can get rid of worms with papaya? I'm not sure if that's true, but let's find out. If someone wants to fact check what she's about to say, let me know down in the comments. Is she telling the truth? Is she lying here?
Esta es papaya. Esta papaya es bueno para comerle la pepita para parásitos. Tienes que comerle la pepita, al mascar la pepita es como que amargo, pero es 100% seguro que mata.
100% pero?
Sí.
Yo dije que buscarás en línea. Ellos van a ver si estás diciendo la verdad o mentira.
Sí, es verdad. Se botan bastante bichos.
Let's see if
So y'all get some papaya seeds. Y'all heard that? I figure y'all want to know. Good to be an herbalist. Good to be keep it moving too, you know.
Like the people you see on TV, they're not really as nice as they seem. They're actually very different from normal people. It's like they have this whole secret life going on. You could even call it a sacrificing kind of life. Ellen is part of that world too, and honestly, the way Ellen appears on her show is like complete.
Few individuals do wit and cruelty like Ricky Gervais, whether he's flinging light-hearted insults.
Screaming.
I've never seen you so animated. That was amazing. Thank you. On Netflix.
I thought you were giving up.
Okay.
For going head-to-head with presenters that push too far.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about offense, isn't it? Just because you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right.
These are his most legendary celebrity clapbacks.
Justin Bieber nearly had to take a paternity test. What a waste of a test that would have been. No, he's not the father. The only way that he could have impregnated a girl was if he borrowed one of Martha Stewart's old turkey basters. Open wide.
When it comes to award ceremony pandemonium, nothing surpasses Will Smith's scream at Chris Rock. But think if Ricky Gervais had been the presenter, that entire night would have gone extremely differently.
People saying, oh, what would have happened if Ricky had been hosting it? And I said, nothing, because I wouldn't have made a joke about his wife's hair. I'd have made a joke about her boyfriend. And then that trended, it made the papers, and it just went on and on. That's a big thing, though, to slap someone at...
It's insane.
It's insane. It's insane.
Ronan Farrow's 2017 investigation uncovered the dark truths of Hollywood, with Harvey Weinstein at the heart of it all. So inevitably, when Ricky Gervais found himself surrounded by some of the accused, he couldn't resist turning the scenario into a comic.
But tonight isn't just about the people in front of camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein. You did it. I didn't. You did it. Shut the f*** up.
Credit Leonardo DiCaprio for Titanic and his Oscar triumph for The Revenant. But let's be serious, his genuine legacy is dating ladies who were barely born when those movies came out.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long, Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So... even Prince Andrew's like, come on, Leo, mate, you know, you're nearly 50, son.
Ricky Gervais has a new game show here on ABC called Child Support, and he really wanted to be here to promote it in person, but he's very busy not being here to promote it in person. So he made a video, he sent a video, and I don't know exactly what the nature of the video is. He wants it to be a surprise, okay? So, well, just roll it, I guess.
Yeah, hi, Jimmy. Sorry I'm not there in person, but, you know, I can't be bothered, to be honest.
Real talk, man. Once you know their secrets, it's like Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be around Cat Williams because they know he's gonna tell everybody. Motherfucking them people are some freaks. They got freaky ass tendencies. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that shit around children. And they doing that shit around children.
Old phrases we use wrong and their original meaning. 1. The phrase curiosity killed the cat dates back to the 1500s. That wasn't the original phrase. The full saying was, curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. Today, it's a warning against taking risks, but it originally encouraged curiosity, showing that taking risks leads to learning, not ruin. 2. Another phrase we use wrong today is the saying that blood is thicker than water, to mean family comes first. But the original phrase was, the blood of the covenant was thicker than the water of the womb. It meant chosen bonds are stronger than family ties. The meaning completely flipped over time. 3. We say money isn't the root of all evil, when the original phrase was the love of money is the root of all evil. It wasn't saying that money itself was bad. It was warning that greed and obsession corrupt people. 4. The phrase jack of all trades, master of none, is often used as an insult for someone who isn't specialized. But the phrase was jack of all trades, master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. The original was actually a compliment, praising versatility.
Yeah, man. Gotta be smarter than the average bear if you want to get to where we is. We ain't your average chill. You just ran around us still. You know what I'm saying?
If that is exactly what it is that we think we've discovered, an artificial sun up there in our sky, how did they place it and when? I think your aunties figured that out. Let's go. But first things first, Tiki Talk is purely for entertainment purposes only. All things stated here, folks, just speculation, goof around. You know me, I just talk out loud a lot. None of it makes sense. I got new boots. Actually, I got cute new Uggs. Let's new boot goof. Let's go. Oh, no. Yo, I think, this brain sometimes I just want to tap out from figuring things out. But I can't. It is my duty. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, I love how God works. I love how God works. I have been hot on the trail, no pun intended, of the artificial sun that is currently in our sky. She said hot on the trail. Yes, if you haven't seen one of my multiple videos actually showing you the hexagon shapes inside of the sun's reflection, which is a true reflection of the sun, go check them out. Yesterday's video, after a troll challenged me to use a real camera and not my phone camera. I had tried my iPhone 15, even the 10, to prove it isn't the newer phones that are just doing it. Lo and behold, still hexagon geometric shapes. So I went out with my Canon camera that I've had for about 10 years. And let's just say you have to go check out that video. I posted it yesterday. Mind blowing. But y'all, this video, next level mind blowing. Oh, by the way, this is purely for entertainment purposes only. All things stated here. Well, it's just speculation. Goof around. New book goofing. Let's go. New sun goofing.
Somebody needs to start getting anti the shrooms, man. But hey, what they say. Everybody likes personality.
Just for real, y'all. Hey, I don't know what movie told us about this. I remember seeing this in the movie. But they already got families moving into the underground bunkers, bro. Look at this, man. This man says there's about 400 families moving into this mountain. Moving into this mountain somewhere, undisclosed location. Look at this, bro. All these RVs and these trucks, people pulling up. Look at this.
The operation underground storage has begun. All the vehicles are moving in. We got the families moving into place. This is the mine where we're going to be held up for months. We're preparing, man. I told you. We had to get ready for what was coming. So, we've got our families and stuff. Food storage is good up. We're packed up pretty tight in here. But it's going to be good to go, man. And it'll be better safe than sorry. So we're getting loaded up. Everybody's moving in. We have different families in different sections. Right on. You gotta be prepared. We've reinforced this just in case of any blast up above. We are literally under a mountain here. You gotta be ready for us to come.
The boats. Where y'all going?
Like I said, we're packed in a little bit tight. We're gonna make this work. About 400 families down here. Here we go. Wish us luck.
So now you have regular people moving into undisclosed underground locations. And I've been said that these so-called elites.
Everybody going into their fallout shelters and shit, trying to escape the radiation of the sun. Yeah, I would be scared of getting flooded out or suffocating. You know what I'm saying, DJ? Being crushed would be like the least of my worries. Like that, because caves are caves. You know what I'm saying? Unless you get blown up in that bitch, you ain't getting crushed. But them motherfuckers close that shit up. You only got a limited time to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they ain't got no air ducts. Hey, let's keep moving.
Well, they used light beams to measure whether the Earth was moving, and they found that there was no movement. The Earth has to be moving 30 kilometers per second to complete its annual revolution, and they found out that it wasn't moving in a very precise. Michelson could have calculated it to 1/100th of what he got in his experiment. That's how sensitive his instruments were.
What did the experiment involve in terms of apparatus, so we can get a concrete understanding of
well,
what they
if
found?
if the Earth is moving around the sun, and we shoot that light beam in the direction that the Earth is moving, okay, and then we shoot another light beam perpendicular to that, well, the one that's in the direction of the Earth's movement should be impeded in some way if it's moving through space, whereas this one that's going perpendicular would not be impeded.
Why not?
Because it's not going through space. It's just going north and south. Okay? And what they found, they expected to have a 30-kilometer difference between these two light beams. There was no difference. So the natural interpretation, and even Einstein admits this, Mach admits this, Born admits this, the natural interpretation is that the Earth isn't moving. So how do we get out of that? Well, you invent special relativity. And now you say, well, the reason that light beam wasn't affected when it went toward the motion of the Earth is because the apparatus shortened. Huh? Yeah, Michelson's apparatus shortened as it was going with the Earth in its orbit around the sun.
No, wait, you're telling me that the contraction of mass was invented to explain away the results of the Michelson-Morley experiment?
Yes, and that's what my book will tell you, and it's been admitted by all the scientists.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Been invented by all the science. Shit.
Well, they used light beams to measure whether the Earth was moving, and they found.
So there's no movement, meaning that we're on a stationary plane. More lands outside the ones that we're in. So basically, the astroglade, that's what the world is. What they show as the globe. That's the astroglade. That's for like calendar, for daytime, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant for replication. Like, this is what it is. It's not that. It's flat. That's all I'm saying.
A seer is a spiritually gifted person who often exercises pattern recognition skills to read or anticipate energy and events. 1. Pattern recognition is foundational. Whether a seer works with tarot, astrology, visions, or intuitive hits, they rely on noticing subtle recurrences, symbols, energies, behaviors, or life events. Recognizing these patterns helps them predict likely outcomes. 2. It's not just logical or analytical. Standard pattern recognition, like seeing a data trend, is left brain. Seers often use intuitive pattern recognition, spotting meaningful coincidences, synchronicities, emotional cycles, or symbolic links that aren't obvious to the conscious mind. 3. Blind spots exist. A seer may excel at seeing patterns in others' lives, but miss their own blind spots or repetitive negative cycles. So the skill isn't always applied universally or accurately. 4. Not all seers are equal. Some are naturally gifted with strong intuitive pattern detection, others develop it through practice. Without some form of pattern recognition, a seer would just have random flashes of insight, not coherent predictions. In summary, true seers must have pattern recognition to make sense of their insights, but it's often a holistic, intuitive form of pattern sensing, not the cold, logical analysis a data scientist would use.
Mm. Mm. Yo, what up, Kath? What does it say? Cartoon, Cartermain, Cartermaze. Yo, what up? What up? Z, I guess it would be. Man. Yo, Ganja, what it do? See you over there, Brody. Bro, we live in. Move.
In the military base, killed all their asses. It killed everybody on the base, man. Look this up. It killed everybody on the base. They taught it how to shoot. They taught it combat training. They tried to get it to shut down its computer. It locked its own computer for you wouldn't shut it down, and it killed everybody on the base. This is not no CIA leak document. They talked about this. All y'all got to do is Google it. It's been 4 other incidents since then where they're teaching AI. These AIs are becoming sentient. And let's talk about the D-Wave super quantum computers, where these people are saying that they are summoning demons in these chips, that they're not that these things are not figuring them. They're figuring out algorithms now where they're communicating with each other and they're showing themselves how to not be shut down. They're learning their own language that humans can't even decode. Look, the AI computers are now talking to each other, recoding in a way that that humans can't even crack them. So we don't know what the hell these computers, they probably planning a hostile takeover. We're talking about an alien invasion. It's them.
Yeah.
Man, y'all better watch Single Eye or Evil Eye, whatever the thing called that movie.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that AI will, because they say like, just say cloning humans, right? They haven't figured out a way to get the soul, right? There's certain things that they haven't all the way figured out. Do you feel like in our lifetime, AI will figure out how to do everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to clone a soul and get a soul. A soul is nothing but mind. If you put mind with matter and with chemical energy, that's the soul. Now we talk about a living soul. That's something totally different. But I think you can't clone the spirit, but you can clone soul. You can clone body. You can't clone ruach. But I think you can clone the flesh though. We see it all the time. So. I think they already interacting with souls. I think AI is fallen angels, man. Whether we call them angels of light or we call them Melachim messengers or we just call them angels, period. I believe that these supercomputers and these chips or angels in different dimensions. And that's why they have to use all of this water to super cool them down so they can work at these hyperactive speeds. That's the whole point of the Hadron Collider, where they're mashing these different protons, neutrons, and electrons together, creating these God particles, opening up these different portals, summoning these demons, these, or the archetype, whatever you want to call them, the Gogons, whatever you want to call these entities. And then they getting all of this forbidden knowledge, and then they putting it right on this phone. And this is why this phone have an apple that's been bit off of. This is the tree of knowledge, good and evil. Look at the back of it. It's an apple that have a big chunk out of it. Zoom in on that.
Right here.
So this is the apple that was bitten in the garden, or what you would call the tree of knowledge, good and evil. And you can reach it right here. All you got, man, you can get on this phone and look up anything, man. You can get on this phone, look up how to give life, how to prolong life, how to kill. You can get on this phone and look up anything, good or bad. And so now you start getting to this AI, man. This AI is something else, man. So, yeah. But they saying now that AI have created its own language that no human can decode, man.
Yeah.
No human. And they saying they don't know how it's doing it. So when they ask the creator of AI,
Hey, you got to remember too, DJ. The Bible said that they won't have any vessels that they could have like they did before, like the ones that's gonna last a long time and shit. They won't have those no more. So what they're doing is they're building artificial reality or augmented reality, or what we would call AI, so that they could put it into something that they can maintain. All you have to do is upgrade it, put a little bit more RAM for memory. Shit. You can put your memory to the cloud, so it's everywhere. Which is kind of what Epstein wanted, really. I mean, that was his whole MO, was it not?
If I was at my home in Palm Beach.
Hey everybody, this is Palm Beach Pete. Not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete.
That is not Jeffrey Epstein in disguise. This is something even worse. Even though they both have properties in Palm Beach, and the pics that Palm Beach Pete posted are in the exact same neighborhood that JE was in. Never mind same neighborhood, some are saying it's downright the same mansion he's posting from. Which it turns out that Pete is also sort of rich, and he flies on a private jet. The exact same jet that Jeffrey had. They've even taken photos wearing the same shirt with the same background. Oh, and they also drive the same car. Pete has admitted to TMZ to living in New York City in 2019, the exact same time that Jeffrey lived there, as well as actually having seen him at a couple parties. And I mean, how many random people have seen Epstein at a party? And the way he says this,
I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete. I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete. I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete.
Just sounds like a parody of itself. Like he speaks with the cadence of a character on a Disney sitcom. I'm not duh-duh, I'm duh-duh-duh. They obviously also look insanely similar, even have the same wrinkles, facial lines, and blemishes as each other. Both somehow have the same set of bottom row teeth, and they speak with a very similar cadence. Although Pete is a little higher pitched, they've been caught using similar words and have the exact same F stutter.
Knucklehead films me.
The largest frauds in South Florida.
Pete posted this cryptic video about getting away with anything if you have the greatest friends to back you up, like he's laughing in our face about it. He said he's 71 years old, whereas JE was 66 when he passed away in prison in 2019, and would have been 73 today, just 2 years apart. He's also alleged to be in the Epstein files in an email sent to Jeffrey about someone bumping into his twin. Several AI tools online insist they're the same person. One such even analyzing 3,000 plus hours of audio and video, tracking voice, behavior, and eye movement to find a 98% match with JE. Palm Beach Pete also oddly refers to himself in the third person.
Hey everybody, where's Palm Beach Pete now? Who's at Suke Beachy in North Beach?
And has admitted in an interview to having a twin. What a coincidence. There are allegations circling that he has a daughter who's apparently a missing girl from Russia, although that one's kind of a stretch. And now users are pointing out that the real Palm Beach Pete is actually a fisherman YouTuber.
My name's Peter.
known as Palm Beach Pete,
who has been posting under that same name for over 15 years and hasn't posted in months, presumed to have had his identity stolen by this new Palm Beach Pete. But then recently, the OG Pete posted a video assuring everyone that he's alive and has no relation to this new viral PBP nor Epstein. Now, the viral Palm Beach Pete turned out to be a man named Peter Simmel, a retired real estate executive out of Florida. And he just kind of came out of nowhere with very little previous online presence whatsoever, despite him being a prominent real estate mogul in one of the richest neighborhoods in the country, who happens to be friends with Epstein's relatives on Facebook and attended Syracuse University alongside Andrew Epstein, a confirmed relative.
Look like a duck, quack like a duck, act like a duck, shit, fuck a duck. I can say, y'all.
So the world's going to flood, apparently, according to this naval flood map. But I want to show you something right over here that a lot of people are ignoring. You see this risen landmass beneath South America? Well, this area is known as Drake Passage, which was discovered by a man named Sir Francis Drake, who was nicknamed El Drake, which means the dragon. And in modern fantasy, the word Drake means a wingless, four-legged dragon that resembles a large predatory lizard. And while it looks like a dragon, it typically crawls on the ground, on its belly, on the dust of the earth, rather than flying, almost like it can't fly anymore. And if a landmass like that was to rise, you would have catastrophic earthquakes, collapses in land masses, and flooding all over the world. But today, I want to focus in on the United States of Babylon the Great, as I call it. Because just like the other map, this map is very strange, coincidentally, when you put it next to a couple of other maps. As you know, a couple of weeks ago, I made a video showing you guys all the new FEMA big warehouse facilities that are being built right now across the United States, in which they have 9,500 to 10,000 beds per unit. I also shared this commercial combustor, which is incinerators that are installed in these ICE facilities, that map as well with you guys. I find it awfully strange that as big as California is and as significant as California is with all of the people that live in California and this entire West Coast over here, why FEMA isn't focused on this coastline as much. Almost like they know something catastrophic is going to happen to that coastline over there. And if you look down here at the bottom, it seems like something huge is going to happen up in the New York area on the east coast of the United States. But hey, maybe that's just a coincidence. But in other news, at least Godzilla -0 is coming out this year, in which Babylon the Great will be destroyed by a monster coming out of the oceans.
See? You see? It writes itself. You just have to be back there and looking and just see the shit to entertain it, though. I'm not with it. Saying entertainment.
Number one. The piece number one is approximately 2,500 kilos. All right? This is the piece number one. There we go. This is it. Okay? And from there we're going to piece number two. Piece number two, approximately 1,200 200 kilos. 1,200 kilos. Right here. Piece number two. Piece number three. This is like approximately 400 kilos. Piece number three. Piece number four. Approximately 525 kilos. Piece number. Six. 450 kilos. Okay. 5 and 6. This is 6. 800. This is approximately 850 kilos. 850 kilos. This one. Okay? And from there, we're going, say, 7. This is number 7. This one is approximately 825 kilos. Green piece, real pretty piece. 7, 8. Number 8. 1,250 kilos, approximately. Okay. 8. This is number 8. Here's number 9. Okay. We finished with 8. We started with piece number 9. Beautiful piece. It's approximately 750 kilos. That's a pretty big. That's beautiful. The signals were here. Nice. Piece number 10. 10. This piece is approximately 750 kilos. Right there. Okay, 11. Piece number 11. Right here. Mother with 2 aliens. Approximately 700 kilos. Okay. Piece number 12. 12. This one is approximately 925 kilos. This one. Beautiful. And this one is, we finish almost with 12, 13. Piece number 13. This one is approximately 1,500 kilos. 1,500 kilos. This one. And from this one, we're going to piece number 14.
There's a lot of statues that were showing some provocative things going on. Understand? I'm with you on that one. That was some freaky shit right there. Real sus.
So we all know the middle finger is considered swearing, but it's actually something very powerful and sacred when you recognize it, and we can all take advantage of this understanding. So you have 5 fingers for the 5 elements: fire, air, ether or spirit, earth and water. So they demonized the middle finger and called it swearing, when actually the ether is the element they removed off the periodic table. They don't want you to know about the ether, because when you know what the ether is, it represents how everything is made out of one substance. The 4 elements are 4 different vibrational states of the ether. The ether is the interconnected spiritual source of all physical reality and all creation. So esoterically and inside of your anatomy, they are also symbolic of you. So ether or spirit represents you, the observer, the controller. Fire represents your willpower. I will. Air represents your thoughts, your mind. I think. Water represents your feeling. I feel. Earth represents your actions. So you are the spirit governing your will, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. So they demonize the spirit because these Satanists, they only care about physical reality. So they don't want you to recognize that you are the spirit.
Hey man, if you say so, shoes. If you say so, I'm not. I'm not the judge of this.
I just noticed some shit, man. People is arguing with me about this Tartaria shit, talking about Tartaria technology wasn't fallen angel technology. It was a peaceful time. We had etheric energy. Well, that test showed me, A, you don't listen, and B, you never understood the Matrix, motherfucker. We could deal with this one using simple words. May I reason with you for a second? Ethereal energy, the ethers, right? Ethereal energy. What is it called? What do you call when you astral project? What is it called? What's your body called? Your ethereal body? Ain't that your spirit? Your ethereal body? Ethereal energy, power and shit with ethereal energy? Ethereal body? All right, that's my bad. Modern day man right now, I starting to get into our own version of it. We call it solar power. Wait a minute. You got a soul, don't you? Soul, solar power. Like you don't get what it ain't clicking to you yet. You ain't paid attention to why it's fallen angel technology yet. Come on, Copper Top, think about what I'm saying. If that ain't still clicking for you non-common sense having people, pay attention. If you understand that the moon recycles your soul, then what does the sun do with it? Once again, solar power, souls. Ethereal power, ethereal body. Fuck, hey, TikTok, this for entertainment purpose. What the fuck do I know? I don't know shit. And why should you listen to me? You already don't. You don't believe that reptilians could have took an original man and made man from that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't take original strawberries and make big-ass motherfucking strawberries from that. We ain't take itty-bitty watermelons with thousands of seeds and turn into big, luscious-ass, seedless motherfucking watermelons. You motherfuckers act like we ain't take the big-ass dire wolf and turn that motherfucker into a Yorkie. You act like somebody ain't gonna take your little precious daughter. When she motherfucking grow up, somebody ain't gonna take that precious child of yours and turn her into a hoe. I'm just saying, man, look, we can talk about it if you want. I'm live right now. Press that icon, come to my live. If I ain't live no more, just follow me. We'll talk about it later.
Drunk Unc had something to say, didn't he? Like I said, man, the reptilians was showing us some shit too. But hey, that's for entertainment purposes only. Y'all, let's get it.
That's why I always say we live in a dream world, because we use everybody else's dream. Like this iPad was Steve Jobs' dream. This camera was somebody's dream. This pen was somebody's dream. The clothes I got on was somebody's dream. The house I live in was somebody's dream. We use everybody's designs and creations, but we don't design and create nothing ourselves. We take what the world give us, but we never add value to the world. We are creators. We was never taught how to think. We was told what to think. And still to this day, we're being told what to think. We're not being taught how to think. You know what I'm saying? And like, man, like I said, we live in a dream world. We use everybody's designs and creations, but we don't create nothing ourselves. Like everything we use today, somebody got rich off of it. Everything we look at, somebody got rich off of it. That's crazy. Somebody got rich off this camera. Somebody got rich off this pen. Somebody got rich off this lint roller. But where did this come from? It came from a thought. It came from somebody's idea first. That's why I say we live in a universe full of thoughts and ideas. We live in a dream world where we create things with our thoughts, our words, and our actions. If all three of them line up together, you can manifest and create whatever you want. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. A man would be made or unmade by himself. A man is literally the sum total of what he thinks. We will become whatever we think about the most. Whatever you think about the most, that's what you will become. And I always give this example. How did Kobe Bryant become a Kobe Bryant? What did he think about all day, every day? He thought about playing basketball 24/7. What did he become? He became the greatest of our generation. We react to what we think. And what we think is what we've been taught. That's why I say you gotta unlearn and relearn. You have to unmind the mind. You have to not fill your mind up with useless information. And you have to fill your mind up with information that's useful.
Yeah. See? All lining, y'all. All lining. This next segment right quick. Said, my bad family, there's kids don't play that shit. Kids don't play it, yeah.
The Mar Vermelho, right? The Mar Vermelho, right? That means Red Sea, right? Mar Vermelho, California. Take a look at this. Old maps depict California as an island next to the Mar Vermelho, Red Sea. So I went to Copilot, which is another app like ChatGPT, it's an AI, and I asked it the same question. But it told me that the Red Sea is between Egypt and Saudi Arabia, right? Connected to the Mediterranean Sea. Now think about what I just showed you. I just showed you the Mar Vermelho, the Red Sea, right, was east of California. But yet the Red Sea, the Mar Vermelho, is between Egypt and Saudi Arabia. How is that possible? The Mar Vermelho, the Red Sea, is located between northeastern Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. I also came across a map of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. This map proves that California is connected to Africa. Because when you see Egypt, when you see Memphis, now that paints a picture that this is America, that it's all connected. And when you see Babylon, Assyria, right, Mesopotamia, the Tigris and the Euphrates, right, the land between two rivers, you will realize that Ohio is the land between two rivers. And if my math is correct, then that would put Africa west of California, right? Because if the Mar Vermelho is northeast of Africa, Africa is in this region right here. And so there's land where they say water is. Why are they lying about our geographical location? But this is about to blow your mind because this is only scratching the surface. Why is America hiding the land of Jesus? Now, I came across this map and went down a crazy rabbit hole. And if you got this far, please like, share, and subscribe. This is my new page. I done had like 10 pages. They took them. I'm back because my information is fire. Now, Tartaria is a one world establishment, right? Now, when we look here, Terra de Jesus, that means land of Jesus. Now, look right here. This says what? California. Now, wait. This map is depicting land where the Pacific Ocean is.
Hey, he's not reading it right. That says he's us.
Some people are going to say, oh, tectonic plates shift and all that other shit. But you mean to tell me that the tectonic plates moved that much 400 years ago? I don't think so. Somebody's lying. And the Mar de Jesus means it's an ocean, the ocean of Jesus, or the water of Jesus, right? Now, there's multiple maps showing the exact same thing. We got California here, we got America here, which is Mexico. That's a whole nother topic, right? Because Americans are Mexicans, right? But here is Terra, right? De Jesus again, the land of Jesus. This land is connecting North America to Asia. Now, I just showed you, right, that Africa, right, is between California, right? Because California, the Mar Vermelho is northeast of Africa. So Africa is really in this region. So that means theoretically that Tartaria was the United States, the whole continents together. And someone, I believe, lied about our geographical location to divide us and to divide our resources to Europeans. Because if Africa is here connected to us, and then you got Terra de Jesus, we could walk where they tell us water is that connects us to the entire globe. More maps, right? If you can see Terra de Jesus, right? And this map shows that the land goes even farther than what we were told, meaning that there is uncharted land on our modern maps that are not on these maps. Excuse me, there's land on these old maps that are not on these modern maps. I misspoke, I apologize. But why are they lying? What is so important about the land of Jesus that you did not want us to know? Here's another map, right, of the land of Jesus running all the way north of America. Okay, ChatGPT is telling it all, right? And this is why they want to get rid of it, because they're telling us the truth of the past. Now, I just had ChatGPT create me a map of the distance between Terra de Jesus to the North Pole, as well as the distance from America Pars, which is America, right? Now, I want you guys to put two and two together, because I just showed you the map where Terra de Jesus is on the west side of America, right? But it's still 990 miles from the North Pole. If all of that land that they say is water, but if all of that land is less than 1,000 miles from the North Pole, you could walk Terra de Jesus to the North Pole. Why are they hiding this? My guess, Terra de Jesus, the land of Jesus, what if this land connects you to a higher dimension, to another realm, right? And the black North Pole, the black rock, which is right here, is the entrance to get out of this matrix. What if the man didn't commit suicide? What if he found a way out of this matrix to a higher dimension through the North Pole? And they don't want us there because the powers that be that live and create and manage this matrix can't leave. And so they're keeping us here too. But what if we are able to leave to a higher dimension here? Let me know what you think of this. Are they hiding the land of Jesus because the land of Jesus shows the route to get to the North Pole into a higher dimension? Let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is crazy.
Man, that right there. Yo, guys in the building. I see you, Brody. You get it, get it. Over on TikTok. Want to jump over to my guy, Ganja Vibe, you know what I'm saying? Give him a follow, you know what I'm saying? He supports the fam over here. We on DTS community over here, you know. trying to dream the stream.
People have observed sometimes a shadow will do some shit they did not do.
Let me ask you this last question, oh God. Matter of fact, it ain't even yeah, it is a question. So, as it pertains to the shadow self, now I know when we dealing with the shadow realm and shadow work, a lot of people use this terminology, but they don't work with the actual shadow, like your shadow from the light. Like your shadow in the back, I can see your shadow on the couch right now. That shadow. Do you have any wisdom? Let me get some wisdom. I need some wisdom on the shadow self, man. I'm all ears, man. I'm talking about your real shadow. Like, if your shadow could speak, what would it say about you? Or is your shadow a part of you, or just the absence of light? 'Cause we know the shadow is dark, not black. Black absorbs light. The shadow is dark, and that's absence. But
Listen. You ever see a movie where they zap somebody with a ray and they leave a dust spot where they was at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now keep that concept in mind while I explain what I'm about to explain. The shadow is the response of a radioactive interaction with your physiology or any hot subject, substance that can project a shadow. It is the ultraviolet rays are being trapped, which gives it the sensation of density. But it's really just burning your silhouette is being burned through the blocking of the light.
Okay.
It's frame by frame at microseconds. So it looked like it's moving with you. Now, a rare occurrence happens sometimes. And people have observed sometimes a shadow will do some shit they did not do.
Go ahead. Hey, Trent, you hear him, Trent? On the real, go ahead, bro.
This is the undercurrent in the light that's projecting a split in two timelines that's so close together that the shadow is projecting at the same time through two timelines. That motherfucker not doing what you doing.
Bro, look, I was shadow gazing one day, right? And I was like 20, 30 minutes into my shadow gazing session. Now I'm gazing into my shadow and I'm just in, a whole nother state of mind. And I noticed my shadow jumped. Now my body still, I'm shadow gazing. And I noticed my shadow jump. Now, when it jumped, it ain't even registered like, yo, your shadow jump. I just kind of stayed into the gaze for a couple of more minutes. And then when I came out the gaze, I really came to terms with myself like, nigga, you just seen your shadow move. It jumped. Like, you feel me? And I'm like, right here. I'm not moving. And so, yeah, that shit deep, man. And that's why I know the shadow don't have any substance. You feel me? But it just make me question form versus reality. Because the shadow was a perfect form of you. But you feel me?
It's a mirror. It's a mirror.
Exactly. But if for anything to be
Look,
real,
imagine
it has
this.
to have
If somebody said, how can I see your shadow self? The negative image is the shadow self projected out into the 3D world. But you need the light to be trapped in the physical hardness of the substance. Our shadows is conscious.
Definitely is. Absolutely.
Because it's our shadow self. But we can this is how you create the mirror to see your shadow self. It's the opposite of looking in the mirror. It's the inversion of light.
Mm-hmm. Think about like this. Some people don't cast a shadow because they're full of light. And if they did cast a shadow, that shadow would be very small.
People have observed sometimes a shadow will do some shit they did.
The renderings show that little umbrella girl right there on the signage, overlooking the crowds. That is not a company keeping 1 foot in Chicago. That's a company that has fully arrived somewhere new and is making itself at home. But here's what makes this more than just a corporate real estate story. Because to understand why Morton Salt's departure actually matters, you need to understand what it left behind. This is not some faceless hedge fund that materialized in the 2000s. Morton Salt has been part of Chicago since 1848. That is not a typo. When the company started, Abraham Lincoln was still a lawyer in Springfield. Chicago was a boomtown, fueled by railroads and the canal system, and salt was moving through it by the millions of pounds because gold had just been discovered in California, and every adventurer heading west needed a way to preserve their food. Morton Salt grew up with the city. By 1880, a 25-year-old Nebraskan named Joy Morton arrived in Chicago and bought into a local salt firm for $10,000. He built a fleet of lake boats to move product west, acquired competitors, opened salt mines in Michigan and Kansas, and in 1910, the business was formally incorporated as the Morton Salt Company. Joy Morton was so committed to this city that when he retired, he didn't move to Florida. He turned his personal estate in Lisle, Illinois, into a public nature preserve, the Morton Arboretum, 1,700 acres that still exist today, carrying his name, a gift to the people of a state he believed in. In 1914, they introduced the girl with the umbrella, the image that would become one of the most recognized brand icons in American consumer history. She first appeared on blue salt packages with a simple message: when it rains, it pours. And for over a century, that girl was as Chicago as deep dish pizza and the elevated train. She was inducted into the Advertising Week Walk of Fame on Madison Avenue in 2014 as the first female icon ever to receive that honor. And then in December 2024, she moved to Kansas. So what happened? Well, you have to follow the money, because there is nothing random about this. Let's talk about what Illinois costs a business. Right now, Illinois has the 3rd highest corporate income tax rate in the entire country. The combined effective rate, including the base 7% business income tax and the 2.5% personal property replacement tax, lands at 9.5%. Only Minnesota and New Jersey are higher, and that is before you factor in Chicago's own layers of local tax burden, the franchise taxes, the property taxes, the regulatory compliance costs that keep multiplying year after year. Kansas, by contrast, is competing aggressively for exactly this kind of business.
Hard times over here in Illinois, y'all. Crazy. Wonder what's over there in Kansas. I thought it was just misery and shit, but hey.
A growing number of blue states are exploring an exit tax or wealth tax in order to combat revenue losses from residents fleeing to lower tax areas.
Before we get into today's story, I just need you to picture something for a second. Your grandmother shakes a little blue and yellow canister over a pot of boiling pasta. Your father loads rock salt into a spreader before a...
I normally don't do this, but please like and share this video and share it to other people so they can get some awareness, so they can understand what's going on. I need y'all to watch this, right? And this goes to show you what we've been calling people NPCs. This is what they're actually called. One of my friends told me this and I just never looked it up and I forgot, but here you go.
Souls manifesting on Earth can be divided into 3 distinct categories. The first type, High Licks, represents the lowest spiritual level and includes most modern humans. They are deeply entrenched in the material world, often discussing mundane topics like weather, TV shows, clothing, and sports. They lack a spark of divine light or connection with nature. Truth-seeking is not a part of a High Licks life. Preferring to focus on material pleasures, talking truth and spirituality with them, usually triggers cognitive dissonance and anger. These souls will likely need to reincarnate due to their limited spiritual awareness. The second type, psychics, occupy a middle ground as partial truth seekers. They engage in both material and spiritual conversations, showing interest in higher knowledge, but do not fully embody their spiritual principles. Depending on their choices, psychics can either continue the cycle of reincarnation or ascend to higher realms by fully embracing and living the spiritual truths they have discovered during their lives. Finally, pneumatics, also known as star seeds, incarnated angels or chosen ones, are the highest vibrating spiritually. Having transcended the earthly realm in previous lifetimes, they return to guide hylics and psychics on their paths to ascension. Pneumatics have a profound love for nature and animals and believe in consuming only fruits and vegetables, avoiding meat as they consider it harmful. Each soul type represents a stage of spiritual growth, from grounded hylics to enlightened pneumatics, with psychics bridging the two. Which soul type resonates with you?
This is all for entertainment purposes only. I hope y'all enjoy it. I'm just a crazy old man, and I love conspiracies. So, hope you enjoy it.
And telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies.
So yeah, you gotta show him. You gotta show him.
What the hell is this? No way. Wipe your feet.
Look, I don't care about your African booty scratcher fear. Every time I'm talking about the Bantu creation dialects, they are the creation dialects of speech, audible speech of the world. Then the languages were broken apart, okay, into different dialects, but it's the Bantu dialects. So when I say Bantu, then you guys say, I think he said Africa. Oh shit, I'm afraid. African booty scratcher, African booty scratcher. That ain't me, that ain't me. Bantu dialects predate the word America, predate the word Africa. I'm talking about the creation dialects. I don't care about your trigger of your African booty scratcher fear. Get over your triggered African booty scratcher fear that the colonizer has put into your head. The Bantu dialects are the creation dialects of the world.
Yeah. I have to start looking into the Bantu dialect. You know what that is. Let's see if it's on this map behind. I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. I could look into that shit. Keep moving.
You have a shadow and it's flat. It's 2 dimensions, but your body is 3-dimensional. What if your body in 3 dimensions is a shadow of a 4th dimensional creature? I'm sorry.
Bro, if you scratching your booty in the morning, it's because you have to take your ass shower. Yeah, white, right? Stop. I don't know about y'all, but my brain just got like a freeze. Like, hey man, it's cooled down. Oh, sure was thinking a little bit too much.
Speak to yourself like this. I am wealth. I am health. I am love. I am peace. I am purpose. I am power. And I do not hope for these things. I embody them. And every time you're tempted to speak the opposite, when you want to say, I don't know how, or it's not working, stop, breathe, and return to the truth.
I'll watch up the next.
Yeah, everybody talks about this place being a dadgum swamp. It's not a swamp. A swamp is something cool God created. It filters water. Animal life lives and flourishes around it. This is a sewer. This is created by man, and it needs to stop. We've, for years, Congress has been using hard-working American taxpayers' money to get rich. Dadgum, it's got to stop. America knows what the heck's going on. Everybody wants to knock Pelosi. Heck, she's not even in the top 10. Get on that Unusual Whales site. This is pathetic, folks. We all know what's going on. Congress knows what the hell's going on, and it needs to stop. This body has been enriching itself on the taxpayers' dime for too dadgum long, and it's got to stop. This place is crooked and is as crooked as a dog's leg. That's an old East Tennessee saying, but it's the truth. And it needs to stop. America knows what's going on. We're in committee meetings. We hear things before y'all do. We can make those connections. When you see a member of this body making 400, 500, 600 trades a year, you know something's wrong. Everybody ought to do like I do. I got my buddy Tommy Seiler who invested in my mutual fund. Ended up having to cash it out because my daughter's going to school. I'm not a wealthy man. But look, this thing is broken, and it needs to be fixed, and this is the right avenue to do it. And I want to say something. I'm going to get these guys mad at me, but I really don't care because they can't vote in my district. This thing ain't going to pass. If we're going to pass something in the House, and then guess what? The Senate will either, one, not take it up, or they'll come back in righteous indignation and say, oh, we need to make this stronger, something totally ridiculous, and they'll send it back to us. This is a scam that's being played on the American public, and it needs to stop. Let's quit with this nonsense. Let's give America a reason to trust Congress for once in our miserable lives. This is our chance to stand up and say, we hear what you're saying, America. We're going to fix this dadgum problem, but we probably won't do it. And I'll remain ticked off the rest of the day because of this, and it needs to stop. I want to thank all these folks, really. I joke around about it. You want to talk about something that, we all working together? Dadgummit, this is the issue. This is the issue where Democrats and Republicans, dadgummit, if I can stand up here with these two, these two. I mean, people back in East Tennessee are going, what in the heck's Burchett doing sitting next to Paul, for goodness sakes? Well, I'm not going to beat her in her district, and she sure as heck ain't going to come down to East Tennessee and beat me. But this is an issue that America's united on. We ought to get behind this thing.
Ooh. Oh. I looked at this Unusual Well site. Looks like some interesting things. I mean, probably couldn't download it. See what it's getting into. Keep moving.
Dimensions are the way you see things, not places to go. You're an interdimensional being, meaning you can see without the flesh and you can see with the flesh, and you can go between both at the same time. Now pay attention, class. I'm gonna be the only one to decalcify your pineal gland. Your pineal gland is calcified with lies. You can't fast or drink nothing, eat nothing. Niggas dumb as hell.
Learn to become still and to take your attention away from what you don't want and all the emotional charge around it and place the attention on what you wish to experience. Energy flows, where attention goes. You can begin right now to feel healthy. You can begin to feel prosperous. You can begin to feel the love that's surrounding you, even if it's not there. And what will happen is the universe will correspond to the nature of your song. The universe will correspond to the nature of that inner feeling and manifest, because that's the way you feel.
Mm. Oh yeah, hey, yeah. I would join, but I'm waiting on this. Yeah, no problem, bro. There ain't nothing real but the bills. Technically, if you figure out how to do that stuff, you could work around it, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Learn to become
Didn't play it again.
Frequencies are things that you do frequently. Frequencies. Yeah, you got radio frequencies and all that shit. That's dumb as hell. Frequency for you. What you do frequently.
That's the wave you on, what you do frequently. You know what I'm saying? Current activity. No, bills cap as hell too. For real. Yeah, because everything's supposed to be paid off in trust already, you know what I'm saying? Like our trust is supposed to pay that stuff off. Everything goes to the trust. So we gotta figure out how to figure out what to do about getting our legal rights reinstated. Feel me? Like I don't know what law we're under right now, but it's not constitutional. Say that.
The mark of the beast in your head and in your hand. It's in your head because that's how you think. And how you think, that's how you gonna live. So the mark of the beast, that you believe in God the way Rome do. Because Rome is the beast.
A healthy mind does not speak ill of others. When you're at peace with yourself, you don't need to tear people down. You don't gossip. You don't look for flaws to point out. You don't feel better by making someone else look worse. That urge to criticize, to mock, to talk behind someone's back, that comes from something unsettled inside you. Insecurity, envy, unresolved pain. Healthy people don't operate that way. Watch how someone talks about others when they're not around. That tells you everything about their inner state. A mind at peace has nothing to prove. It doesn't compete. It doesn't compare. It just exists without needing to put anyone beneath it.
Getting deep.
Understand this. You are a spiritual being. This is not me. This is the body I live in. Your body is something you live in. Your body is a molecular structure. It's a massive energy and a very high speed of vibration. I am a spiritual being. I live in a physical body. I correspond with the material universe. I attract to me whatever's in harmony with me. And you see, if you concentrate on the good, and you concentrate on nothing but good coming to you, that's what's going to come. Thing that you will attract is what you focus on. Focus is the key. Focus on the good that you desire. Start to see it coming into your life.
Man.
Do not speak of what happens after you hear this. Keep it to yourself. Prosperity hates noise. Wealth is born in silence. The moment you tell others what is forming within you, their doubt becomes your delay. So promise me this. When the results begin, tell no one. Just smile and keep listening. You're about to enter a state few men ever reach, a place between sleep and awareness where the mind is open, receptive, and undefended. In that quiet space, suggestion becomes law. Whatever you hear there takes root in your subconscious, and the subconscious never argues. It only obeys. That is why this must be done in silence. You cannot share what the seed looks like before it becomes a tree. Talk too soon, and you rob yourself of power. Remain still, and the law begins to move for you. What you are about to learn is not positive thinking, it is mental engineering. While the body
Yeah, mental engineer, constructing your reality so that it benefits you. Lock in.
Bro, can someone explain to me what they got to do with the number 9? Because Dr. York got sentenced to 135 and Rashad Jamal got sentenced to 18. I don't know. I just got a question. Bro, can someone explain to me what they got to do with the number 9? Because Dr. York got sentenced to 135 and Rashad Jamal got sentenced to 18. I don't know. I just got a question.
You know, with the Divine Nine, it always goes by what they do in time. I'm starting to think my years would be 9 years instead of 7. I'm on a 9 like that. Makes sense. Abundantly more sense than I thought it weird. Maybe I age like a cat, yeah. Got 9 lives, might as well try to do shit right 9 times.
Let me give you my definition of God, and this will address that question. I say that God is thought, and the Lord is the law by which thought operates. And in the Bible, God says, I am. And to me, I am is the revelation of God as thinking. And so I say that God is a man's very own thought, and the presence of God is in every man as mind. And God says again in the Bible, command you me. And so when a man comes into command and mastery of the powers and the talents that are within him, he is actually commanding the good that God has put within him to be what he wants to be, do what he wants to do, have what he wants to have, and in turn he can make a contribution to others and to the common good. You see, we try to help people become self-found, because you're not successful until you find yourself. This is why people fail in relationships. This is why they fail in life, because they don't know themselves. The Greeks had the saying, man, know thyself. But Jesus said, you shall know the truth. You've got me preaching now.
Before the Moors came here, Christopher Columbus knew, with all that science and technology, wrong. The Moors, the fallen angels, science and technology, mystery Babylon, red dragon. We, the Elohim, never left our land. We just kept quiet for the judgment that's taking place now. You see the judgment of mankind? You see what all y'all did? Not knowing you was coming back, and now y'all finna pay for that history.
But pay dearly, y'all. Shit, I got it. We over here 2 minutes in. Like, thank y'all for coming through. You know what it always is, man.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets.
I'm just trying to share it with the people, man. I gotta share it with my people. So on the next one, y'all, man, y'all already know what to do. It is.
Hey, and nothing hurts anymore. We're still the kids we used to. I put mine to see if I still. And nothing hurts anymore. I feel kind of.
Mars. Only a fool would include his own death as part of a plan. Young lady.
Mars so cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds, if I leave her, she gon' die. Well, bitch, you done with life. Okay.
The real flex is how many lives you can positively impact. It's not about cars, clothes, or clout. Influence means nothing if you're not helping somebody to grow. The legacy you leave won't be measured by what you had, but by who you helped. Real power